So the first experiment, estimation of HB by Charlie's method, and the second experiment you have is TLC. What is the full form of TLC?
Total leukocyte count.
Very good. What do we do in TLC?
All white blood
We
cells.
count the
All white blood
white blood cells. When we say total, what do we mean by total? White blood cells. What are those white blood cells?
Granulocytes and
Neutrophils, granulocytes and agranulocytes. Very good. If we are counting individual cells, then what is that lab test is called?
differential leukocyte count.
Leukocyte count. What cell is called as polymorph cell? Very good. What is antiparasitic cell? What? Anti-allergic cell. What cell will secrete a natural anticoagulant?
Basophils.
Okay. What is the smallest blood cell? Okay. Largest blood cell? Wrong. Everyone is wrong. White blood cells. That's why there are 4,000 RBC are in millions. Everyone appreciate Mr. Tableau first of all. He knows the answer. Now let me see. What is the heaviest cell? The most heaviest cell. Heaviest means the weight. In terms of weight. What is it? RBC. Right? But it is a contradictory statement. RBC is the smallest cell. How could be it is heaviest cell? When we compare with the smallest lymphocyte, still lymphocyte is heavier than RBC. Then why we called RBC is the heaviest cell? Any guesses? Molecular mass. Any more guesses? They are more in the body now. RBC is very small, but I said heaviest cell was RBC. Why?
More density.
Someone saying, yes, density, Mr. Simran saying, and Mr. Abhishek saying what? They carry HB. That's another story. Compared to the area, the volume and the weight, it is the smallest volume but has the heaviest weight. If the same thing applicable for white blood cell, that should be around half kg. But that is not the case. With this small size, it is the heaviest thing. So ratio between volume to the weight, RBC is the heaviest cell. Very good. Then what is the normal shape of red blood cell? Biconcave shape. Okay. Where do you count red blood cells in the newborn chamber? In the 5 small squares of central square. How many small squares present in the central square? 25. Very good. Where do you count white blood cells?
4 large corners.
Okay, 4 corner large squares. Large 4 corners, whatever. Very good. Where do you count platelets, by the way? We haven't studied that. Can you guess? Where do we count platelets? Now, just guess wildly based on your previous knowledge. Ideally, where we might count platelets, either in the central square or in the large squares. Or remaining. In the remaining squares, there are no grids actually. Grids are not available if you see carefully. Should know. Yes. Where we count platelets? Yeah. Platelets are the smallest cells, right? So where is the smallest grid available in the newborn chamber? Central square only. So we will count in RBC squares only. Okay. Why are you confusing? Use your technical knowledge. Okay. What is the other name for platelet?
Thrombocytes.
Very good. Other name for red blood cell?
Lymphocytes.
Okay. Other name for?
White blood cell.
Monocyte. Other name for monocyte? Oh, they are coming as agranulocyte. No. Do you know what is the meaning of phagocyte cell? Then why you didn't say it? Why you felt shy? You should tell it. You should be proud of your answer, either good or bad, correct or wrong. I mean. Yeah, very good. So, what do a phagocyte cell will do? What is the job of a phagocyte cell? It will engulf the pathogens. Very good. Okay. Then is all monocytes of phagocytes?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Not all monocytes are phagocytes, that depends. But their properties, phagocytism only actually. Anyway, so the third experiment you have was something interesting, that is platelet count. Platelet count, which we haven't done in the previous semester. Right? This is platelet count. What is the normal platelet count? 1.4 to 5.5?
1.5 to 4.5 lakhs.
4.5 lakhs, very good. Okay. Next one. Absolute eosinophil count. We haven't done this. Just like a TLC actually, okay? Don't worry. So, what is this? What is the normal value of eosinophils? 40. Wrong answer. Never let monkey eat banana. So,
0 to 1.
2 to 3 or 1 to 2. Bus, right? Last one is 0 to 1. Eat, last one. So 2 to 3 or 1 to 2. Bus. So yeah. 2 to 3% of total red blood cells. Right? Very good. The next one. Fifth experiment. Preparation of smear for Gimsa and Leishman study. That means simply preparation of peripheral blood smear. Have you studied this one?
Yes, sir.
Types of smears?
Large, thick and
Thick
thinner.
and thin. If you want to see the parasites, what smear you will prepare?
Thick.
If you want to count the cells, what smear you will prepare?
Thin.
If you want to see the eggs of the parasites, what smear you will prepare? Eggs, parasitic eggs. Thick only. Parasite I said, right? Very good. Very good. That. Can you give me, do you have parasitology previously?
No, sir.
In this semester?
No, sir.
Okay then. You are on safe side in that topic. Okay. Fine. Then the next experiment was your most favorite experiment. What is this one? Methods of ESR. Tell me. Westergren's method and how would you differentiate Westergren's tube from Winthrop's tube? On the basis of length, graduation, openings. In ESR both are open, but in Winthrop's one end was closed. Very good. What is the principle of ESR? Articulate yourself in your own words.
Check the inflammation.
I say principle of ESR.
Sir,
This is the problem then. What is the working mechanism of ESR?
Sir, heaviest part is settled.
Yes. You know, this is the issue. Students are unable to formulate an answer based on a real world knowledge. Why are you confusing when I'm asking such questions? You always need that by-hearted material, by-hearted statements to trigger those things. Let us guess what's happening and let us try to articulate the answer. We have a vertical tube. We filled it with some blood. Then we waited for 1 hour. What happening in this 1 hour? 20 minutes. The settling of first blood cells will settle down. That is called rolls formation. Then they will start settling down. First rolls formation, then settling down, then sedimentation, sedimenting. The time it taken to sediment. So now, combine all these things into a single statement. Combine all these things into a single statement as a principle.
Rate of
Erythrocyte sedimentation rate is a lab test where the blood was suspended in a vertical tube and left it for 1 hour, wherein which during this time the red blood cells will undergo the following phases: rolls formation, settling and sedimenting. The time it taken for the red blood cells to sediment for 1 hour is called as erythrocyte sedimentation rate. Why are you confusing to articulate this statement? You know all the answers, but you are afraid. You need to remove that thing. You already have full potential to write everything. Don't underestimate yourself. You know everything. Yeah. Next one. Seventh experiment. What is the seventh experiment? Tagged cell volume. What is the significance of PCV? Tell me.
Check the
Yes?
check the
What is the significance of PCV?
To check the sequence and anemia. You can
hemoglobin concentration.
It is to differentiate, the ratio between plasma to cells. Plasma to cells ratio will be determined by PCV, which is very important to understand the type of anemia we have. Macrocytic, microcytic, for indices calculations. Without PCV, we can't do the indices calculation. MCV, MCH, MCHC. Can you tell me what is the normal value of MCV? 82 to 92 femtoliters. What is the significance of MCV? What is the full form of MCV, by the way? Weak particular volume. What is the significance? If MCV is more, what does it indicate? The volume of the cell was increased. That indicates? Why the Talpita saying micro when I say large cell? Macrocytic anemia. If the cell size was small, if the MCV value is small or less than normal value, then it is called as microcytic anemia. Then what is MCH? What does it indicate? The hemoglobin present in a cells, right? Or red blood cell, the mean. If what is the normal value of MCH? 7 to 2. 28 to 32 picograms. If MCH is more than 32 or 35, it is called as what? Hyperchromic anemia. If MCH is less than 25, it is called as hypochromic anemia. You are not studying for learning, you are studying just for getting marks. That's what I understood by hearting. See, if you studied that time, this semester will be dead easy because same things are there in theory also, interestingly. Theory and practicals are same. So Hematology 1 is the easiest subject for this batch actually. You can use my lab manual to prepare entire theory portion also. Let me see how well you will study there. Yeah. Eighth experiment. Something we haven't never encountered before. I have reached the ministry syllabus also when I was going through this one. Even ministry has given a hematology and body fluids. So they kept both body fluids and blood in a single subject like this that we'll discuss now. So cytological examination of CSF. What is the full form of CSF? Spinal fluid. Okay, very good. What is the significance of CSF? What is the significance of?
Prevent from shock.
Very good, Ria. Everyone appreciate Ria first of all. Very good. Do you know one fun fact I just want to share? In the entire evolutionary history, all of us are evolved in the ocean, in the water actually. We all are descendants of fishes in a broad term. Without monkeys came from previous. No, if you go back, there's a fish in the starting. Okay? So, we are aquatic creatures by default. All life on planet Earth is aquatic creatures, and I will let you know why. And I think I will more elaborate this one, very interesting. I said we all are aquatic creatures, am I correct? Yeah. If that is the case, can we survive in a water? What if I throw you in the well or in an ocean? Can you survive? We can't, right? So, what is your statement? Is it true or false? Humans are aquatic creatures. That is my statement. Is it true or false?
False.
False, right? I will say true. Let me tell you how we are true. Okay? Listen. Is it possible for a human to breathe underwater for 9 months? Is it possible? Not possible, right? I given the clue here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is it possible? For 9 months? Yeah? How is that damn thing possible? Yeah, tell me. We are surviving in the mother's womb for 9 months without air, in the aquatic environment, in the amniotic fluid. How is that possible? If you see, umbilical cord, of course you are trying to formulate that mother is giving oxygen, but our lungs are non-functional, right? How the genes came to us? Definitely there are genes that are sustaining our life in an aquatic environment, where we borrowed those genes. We borrowed those genes from our ancestors. For first 9 months we are sustained in an aquatic environment. Basically evolution is everywhere. If you see the human development, okay, nothing is out of the world actually. Everything is interconnected. Those primitive genes are activated and they built us. Then they left us to become a land creatures. Okay, yeah, we all are product of that starting story, that evolution, single point. Luca, they used to say, last universal common ancestor, LUCA. And we came to know there is one Luca for all humans, a common ancestor where a monkey where all humans came. And that monkey we kept a name called Lucy. Have you seen the movie Lucy? Jennifer Lawrence.
Yes.
No. John's Scarlett someone. Anyway, yeah, that movie is very interesting. She become, her brain was activated. Anyway, my topic, why I am telling these things, because there is one particular organ in our body which never left that aquatic conditions. It leads that, it's just like that Snoop Dogg or who is that other singer? One singer is there. I forgot Justin Bieber and he's another one. He used to say another one. DJ Khaled. Yeah, DJ Khaled. Very good. Another one, DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled always says, he is best, he is best. In that song, you can see a nice swimming pool with many girls, boys, singing there. There is one particular organ that loves swimming pool a lot, and that organ is always suspended in swimming pool. You know what is that organ? It is the brain. Brain was literally, buoyancy. It was suspended in a water environment, and that water is our CSF. Brain was literally floating in that water, in this cranium. And why we need such a protection? What is the advantage? Cushion. The water will act as a cushion. Okay. So it will absorb all the mechanical injury, because at the end of the day it is controlling whole body. So another interesting thing, the brain can process all the pain in the body except its own pain. Okay. If you we can do open brain cranial surgery without any anesthesia to the patient. The patient won't feel any pain at all. In fact, we will encourage this operation by keeping the patient alive actually. There are multiple videos in YouTube where the patient will do violin in a surgical room when they are doing brain surgery here. Because, we need to see the CNS response. If he's not doing this one, indicates we might damage some vital area in the brain. Of course, he won't feel pain, but we can see the real-time feedback by patient's response. So we encourage that. These are some fun facts about brain. So we will see what is that brain and what is that CSF significance and applications. The next one, yeah. So the next one is very interesting. Because of this experiment only I rechecked the entire syllabus. without this particular phenomenon, the evolution won't work out. That is the reproduction. And the ninth one is semen analysis actually. It is a part of body fluids. We'll discuss semen analysis, very important. And last one, final experiment was your DLC, differential leukocyte count. Differentiate leukocyte count. These are the 10 experiments. Out of these 10, let us see how many experiments we already know. Pestry method, we know. Then DLC, we know. Platelet count, we need to study. Then absolute eosinophil count, we partially know. Then PBS, we know. ESR, we know. PCV,
No.
partially. Okay. Then CSR, we don't know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DLC, we know. Yeah. So out of 10, 6 experiments we already know. Only 4 experiments we need to study. Is it 4? 5. Okay. 5 experiments. So half of the syllabus is already known to you. That means 1.5 month already passed. Okay. Next 1.5 month. So we will use other time for other experiments. We will go through other experiments. These experiments also. Then I just want to discuss body fluids. That is a part of your syllabus also. So let us see what are body fluids. Body fluids. Okay. So before discussing body fluids, you should know what are body cavities. Do you know what is the meaning of a cavity?
Empty.
Yeah, an empty area, okay? A space, a hole. So why do we have cavities? What is the significance of having cavities? To protect visceral organs. To protect visceral organs, right? Now all cavities in the body are filled with fluids, acting as a cushion, just like CSF. Okay, all cavities has fluids. Now tell me the cavity names first. We will see what are the cavities present in the body. Tell me the cavities. No, shall we do from top to bottom? Yeah, from top. Start the cavities. What? Buccal cavity. Buccal. Even before buccal, that is down. Cranial cavity. Cranial. See, you forgot these things. Cranial cavity. Very good. Next cavity. After cranium. Nasal. Coming. No. Orbital cavity. Orbital. What is there in orbital cavity? Very good. Then next one. Auditory cavity. You know what is auditory cavity?
Ears.
The cochlea. The ears. Auditory. A-U-D-I. Auditory cavity. We have auditory. Then what other? Nasal. Actually, nasal cavity are multiple nasal cavities. Maxillary, submaxillary, nasal. Okay, broader term, nasal cavity. Nasal cavity. Okay, nasal cavity. I'm dedicating it to the nose. Okay, nasal cavity we have. Then we have something called maxillary cavity. Actually, this bone, this and this bone is called as maxilla. Okay, this bone is called as maxilla. Maybe if you can't understand, your dimples possible because of maxillary bone. Okay, some people have dimples because of the structure of this bone. Okay, smiling possible because of maxillary bone. So see, so the maxillary bone. Now listen. You might see this phenomenon. How many of you experience this one? When you record your own voice and you are listening to your voice, you will feel pathetic. Arey, is this the worst voice I know? Chichi, this is not my voice. You won't accept your voice. Right? We all hate our voices. I hate, when I was listening my voice from my YouTube videos, Michael, he will always say, Papa, Daddy, Daddy, and he will see those videos. Well, sometimes during Coco Melon, he will see. I will get irritation when he is saying, and I skip it. When I see Michael, worst voice. Oh, okay. See, the reason is In the studios or in the auditoriums, have you observed one interesting phenomenon? You know, some speakers are faced towards the speakers, towards the guests, not to the audience. In front of the speakers, there are some, in front of guests, there is a speaker that is faced towards the speaker, but not to the audience. You know, what is the reason? That speakers will act as a bouncer backers, okay? They will reduce the echo. Whatever the speaker speaking, the same frequency, opposite frequency will be given by these speakers. So, his own voice echo will be removed. If that is not kept, he will get, echoing from the room and he can't understand his own voice. Okay? That echoing need to be suppressed. To suppress that echoing, we have something called sinuses. There are empty spaces in the maxillary bone that will suppress the resonance of the sound waves. Okay, because of this phenomenon, whatever our voice we are feeling is a resonated voice, but whatever the outside is receiving is not a non-resonant voice. So whenever we are hearing our non-resonant voice, we will hate that. So, in one way, we know our own voice without recording it. The reason is resonance. And all this possible because of our maxillary bone sinuses. So, I just want to tell you there is a sinus cavity, sinusoidal cavity. Now, this sinusoidal cavity also has, there are some evolutionary, artifacts, some mistake happened in evolution because we can't do, I'm not telling, don't take it personally or religiously. We didn't create it overnight, that's not possible. It took 4.5 billion years. No, we can't create it from a mud or a ring. It's not possible. I know why I'm saying this statement, because we have errors. There are multiple problems in the human body, just like an appendix. Appendix useless organ, but it still existing because we came from vegetative mammals, the previous mammals. Okay. Anyway, what I was trying to say was the nasal lacrimal secretions can drain into the nasal cavity. That is why whenever you are crying too much, you will start, getting cold from your nose, discharge from the nose. Have you felt it? The reason is the excessive tears will be dumped into the nasal. And also similarly, whenever you have something blocking in your nose, that will be discharged, okay, the filtration, the ultrafiltrate, or simply the cold will discharge through nose, and that will block your sinuses, leading to your sinus issues, cold issues, right? So that is a evolutionary problem, we can't escape from that. All those things are possible because of synovial cavity. Next, what is other cavity we have? Buccal cavity. To be precise, we have something, buccal cavity.
Oral cavity.
Buccal cavity. How would you differentiate buccal cavity from oral cavity then? And pharyngeal. Pharyngeal is not a cavity as its own. What is the difference between oral and buccal cavity?
What's the third one? The third one.
The third cavity. She's saying what's the third cavity on the heart after orbital?
After orbital, auditory, nasal, then synovial, sinus cavity, then buccal cavity and oral cavity. My question is, what is the difference between buccal cavity and oral cavity? Are they same or different?
Different.
If different, then tell me how they are different, because now I confuse after giving this statement. Yeah, rectify me. No, Sristika just shaking her fingers like she's pretending. Yes, Ria will tell the answer. Ria is the most creative person. Yes, Ria. Difference between buccal and oral cavity. Yes, cheeks and the tongue, okay, behind. Yeah. So that's it. Next one. Next one. After this, what are the other cavities we have now? The most prominent cavity. Thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity. Okay, thoracic cavity. After thoracic cavity, what other cavities we have? Abdominal cavity. Abdominal cavity. Abdominal cavity. Then we have one more cavity, renal or inguinal cavity. I will write here renal cavity. Renal cavity, which is a posterior part of the abdomen, and inguinal cavity. Inguinal or pubic cavity. Okay, I will let you know what that was. Okay, so there are multiple cavities in the body. Clear?
Yes.
Inguinal and pubic cavity. Inguinal means this region, your hip region. Okay, inguinal and pubic cavity. The hip region can be stated as this cavity. Now, broadly, let me break down these things also. So, what fluid present in cranial cavity? Very good. CSF present in cranial cavity. What fluid present in the orbital cavity? Yeah. Since Ria said viscous, I just want to tell you what is the meaning of viscous. Something like a jelly, like viscous, like honey. So only one fluid in our body is viscous, and all other fluids are non-viscous. If those fluids are viscous, definitely it's a pathological condition. Can you guess what is that only one and only viscous fluid in our body? Naturally. Why you thought ice is the answer? Blood. Blood is not viscous. I given this statement previously also. Then can you guess what is the only viscous fluid in our body? This is the only fluid that is viscous in nature. If it is not viscous, that's it. There is a pathological condition. It's not tears. It's not vitreous humor. It's not blood. It's not plasma. You know, we say. I understood why you were saying blood as a viscous, semi-viscous. Blood is viscous in comparison with water. I given the statement, but not viscous by nature. CSF also not viscous. Keep in mind. No. Reason, the problem with viscosity is if something is viscous, it cannot flow easily. We have the tiniest capillaries. It cannot have smooth movement in the body. Miss Eskimo was very happy about Eskimo cracked a joke, it seems. Yes, by saying it.
What's your answer? Say it.
I thought
She is giggling, blushing, smiling, laughing. Yes, miss.
Cement.
No, that's in a natural state. It's not viscous, but we'll see later. Aqueous, there is something called liquefaction that I will let you know. Anyway, close approximation. Anyway, any guesses?
The plural fluid.
Pleural fluid. You know, semen itself, it's a combination of a seminal fluid and sperms. So, due to presence of sperms, it looks like a viscous, but it's not viscous. But I will say later, because it also has prostatic secretions. That will come there. You need not to blush. You are a medical student. I think if this is the case, I want to tell you one of my experience. You know, when I'm studying my BSc MLE first year, my ma'am, doctor, she said that she will take us to the Hunter's lab, that is where the cadavers are present. And she's very, the most irritating, most strict, no, we don't like her. She's an unpleasant lady. She's very angry always, but she's good by nature, but she's very strict. Okay, so, yeah, so we went and there is a cadaver. We expected only parts of organs. But she has arranged such a beautiful lab for us, for our visit. Only I guess it's 1 week session. Only in a year, only one time we will get an opportunity. She arranged 20 bodies for us, in the Hunter lab. Very good. I still remember each and every second of that day, because that is once in a lifetime exposure of seeing these bodies. So what happened? We got one male body and one female body. So some of the girls started laughing by seeing the naked bodies. Those girls and those students has been suspended for that year. Literally, she suspended them. They didn't allow for writing anatomy exam. Game over. We need to respect the dead, deceased. If you can't respect a patient who is coming unconscious to the lab, and will you smile like that? What if you are taking ECG where you need to remove everything? You cannot do such things. Don't feel ashamed to study any part of the body. You should be blessed to study these things. This opportunity not comes to others or see in a holistic view point of view. Anyway, where am I? I was off deviated. Can you guess what is the only viscous fluid? Mucus. Mucus is not a fluid, but synovial students. Synovial fluid, the fluid that is present in the joints, is always viscous. Synovial fluid is the only viscous fluid in the body. Keep in mind from today onwards till your death. Okay, even in your will, you should write that Vamsi sir said. There are certain points here. Yeah, fine. Synovial fluid is the only viscous fluid in the body. Is it clear? Yeah, there are some absolute points you need to remember. Yeah. Ligament fluid, no. There is no such fluid. Can you refer ligament fluid? There is no ligament fluid. Ligaments, everything, it's a part of that synovial joint. Parts will be ligaments, everything. Part, okay? It's a part. Or you can say, since Abhishek saying ligaments, synovial fluid always present in between two cartilaginous bones. Okay? Synovial joints. In between two cartilaginous synovial joints, that means ball and a socket joint, you will find the synovial fluid. Okay? Yeah. Phalanges. You know what a phalanges means? These bones are called phalanges. This and foot bones are called phalanges. Very good. So, only the synovial is the viscous fluid in the body. Okay? Yeah. Next one. Orbital. What fluid present in orbital? Actually, the session started from here. Someone said viscous. The tears are not viscous, okay? They are non-viscous fluid. Yeah. Tears. There is a technical term for tears. Can anyone say? Vitreous humor. Vitreous humor. It's a part of eyeball, and we also named the fluid vitreous humor. V-I-T-R-I-O-U-S. Vitreous humor. Humor means fluid in Greek. Okay. Humor. H-U-M-O-R. Not sense of humor. It's a different humor. Okay. Yeah. Next one. Auditory canal. Even inside the cochlea, there is a cochlear fluid. If you can't understand what is a cochlea, this is the eardrum. This is your ear. This is the eardrum. This eardrum is connected with the three bones. Can anyone tell what are the three bones? Stapes, incus, stapes, and hammer. Yeah, there is another word for hammer also. Anyway. So now this is connected with a, like this circular region. This is called cochlea. Yes. Inside this cochlea there are hairs. Now see what a beautiful mechanism we have in the body. You just imagine, students, if we, this is a very circular spiral filled with fluid, and there is some hair appendages. Now see, if I gently touch the eardrum, in which area hairs might move? Only up to here, these hairs can move, but inside hairs they will be stable. Am I correct? But if I hit it hardly, more waves will propagate deep inside the cochlear region. So more hairs can move. Okay? Now each input will be taken by neurons. So the brain is sensing by number of hair follicles moved inside the cochlear fluid. Such a beautiful mechanism of interpreting the world. And they are so sensitive that, I'm standing here and Mr. Siddiq, right? What is his name? I forgot it. Faisal, yeah. Faisal is there, and he still can. His ears are so sensitive that my voice was interpreted by his brain and his ear. And that is the beauty of animals. Yeah. Anyway, so cochlear fluid. But usually we won't touch cochlear fluid unless and until there is a serious problem like Iskimo, where not listening to my class. She is busy with her own world. Then we need to study her cochlear fluid because she has auditory issues. Why are you talking with him when I'm talking to you? Yes. Such an innocent face she is keeping like she haven't done anything, see?
She's just a girl.
For me, a student, you should be like a student. Yes, it is pledged. Auditory canal, cochlear fluid is there, okay? That is the justification of auditory. Then, nasal cavity. What fluid might present in nasal cavity? Nasal discharge, okay? Nasal discharge, okay? Next, synovial cavity. Sinusitis, sinus fluid. Sinus fluid present here, sinus fluid. Then, coming to the buccal, saliva and oral, mixture of multi-fluids, okay? Amylase is present, but can you understand what is amylase? Amylase is an enzyme present in saliva actually. Okay, a type of saliva only, digestive saliva. Okay, yeah. Next one, thoracic cavity. What fluid present in thoracic cavity? Very good. Everyone appreciate this. Simran, pleural fluid. Pleural fluid. What is the function of pleural fluid? Yeah, it will protect the kidneys, lungs. Very good. Okay, they will protect the lungs. Then, in between the lungs themselves acting as a cushion for one vital organ. What is that organ called as? Heart. Heart itself has one more pleural sac. What is that called as? The sac that heart is present is called as in what sac the heart was suspended or covered? Yes, is sac. What is the Greek term for heart? Cardiac. Okay? Pericardial fluid. Peri means above. The fluid present above the heart. Pericardial fluid. Students. Okay, pericardial fluid also present in somehow in the thoracic cavity. Next one, abdominal cavity. There are multiple fluids in abdominal cavity. You can see inside the intestine. If you go inside the intestine, okay, you have multiple regions. Okay, you have a stomach, then you have a small intestine, then you have a large intestine. Okay. The fluid present in the stomach is called as what fluid? Fluid present in the stomach is called as what? Yes? Inside the stomach, keep in mind. Yeah. Gastric juice. Gastric juice. You know only apple juice or these things. You don't know gastric juice. Very bad. For that kino orange, mosami. You know what is those juice? Okay. Next one. The fluid present in the small intestine is called as what? Succus entericus. Succus, S-U-C-C, or succus entericus. Okay. I forgot the fluid present in large intestine. There is a word for that actually. I forgot. We'll see later, okay? Tomorrow I will learn about it. I forgot. Succus entericus is small intestine fluid. Okay? Fine. Then, this entire abdomen Okay? These organs are suspended in the abdomen. Now, this abdomen also has a fluid. That fluid is called as what? The fluid present in the abdominal cavity is called as what? Abdominal fluid. Yeah?
Gastrointestinal.
Now, gastrointestinal fluid. Now, HCl. All are alien. You want to make aliens or what? Making aliens only from Mars, Pluto. Biofluid.
B-I-L-E.
Bile fluid. My God. Bile present in the gallbladder. Gallbladder. That is a different thing. Okay. Now. So I just want. How many of you watch? Played this game called Mortal Kombat? It's a It's a fighting game. Yeah, in that if you hit the person, he will start bleeding. In a very glossy way they will show. You will take their intestines, you will remove their heart. Very cruel game. Actually, I like it. If I have angry on someone, I will play Mortal Kombat. Then I will have the satisfaction. Yeah, you have to see Mortal Kombat 11. Insane graphics. You feel like you are killing some real old person. Okay. So why I am saying that, because there is one particular trick where if you do this one, the person will open the abdominal, the water will splash outside, just like a real anatomical structures you can see. Okay, abdominal fluid is called as answer. Peritoneal fluid. That. Peritoneal fluid. Peritoneal fluid. The abdominal fluid is called as peritoneal fluid. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Then, sometimes, imagine we are supposed to have only, I need to tell you some interesting things if you don't know. I say pericardial fluid, right? Can you guess the volume of pericardial fluid? I will give you an example of volume. A spoonful of fluid will be around 2 to 3 ml. 2 to 3 ml will be spoonful of fluid. Okay? Or you have the syringes, right? 3 ml and 5 ml. How much ml of fluid might present in the heart? Less than 7 to 8 ml bus. 8 ml is sufficient to cushion the heart. And peritoneal fluid is hardly 30 to 40 ml bus. Pleural fluid. Okay? The fluids are very less actually, but they are sufficient. In that case, this will be around 3 to 400 ml. I need to check the figures again, normal values. Now listen. Suppose if there is 400 is the normal fluid, peritoneal fluid, in some pathological condition, the peritoneal fluid will be excessive. That excessive peritoneal fluid is called as a pathological fluid, that is called as ascitic fluid. Ascitic fluid accumulation happens during a patient with failure kidneys or liver. In such case, the fluid will ooze out into the abdomen, the renal fluid, the urine, you can say, urine in the stomach, see, abdominal cavity. Very infectious actually. We need to do peritoneal dialysis. Yeah, there is one type of dialysis called peritoneal dialysis. See, something that we need to clear the kidneys can be done through the peritoneal fluid because they are interconnected. Okay, ascitic fluid. Okay, clear? This is ascitic fluid. Next one. The baby is suspended in what fluid? Amniotic fluid. Very good. Amniotic fluid. Well done. So these are some major fluids present in the body. Okay. Now, these fluids are further categorized into another classification. I want to tell you that. Body fluids. Now you got some basic understanding about types of body fluids, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now listen. Let me keep camp here. Yeah. Fine. Listen here. Technically, we have categorized the body fluids into two types. INVASIV. Invasive fluids and non-invasive fluids. What is the meaning of invasive? Invasive species. Invasive means what? Something that is coming from outside and threat. Something that will harmful. Can be stated as an invasive. Is it clear? So, if you are harming the patient to collect the fluid, such fluids are called as invasive fluids, where you need a surgical intervention. Such fluids are called as invasive fluids. Non-surgical fluids are called as, or there won't be any pain to the patient. Such fluids are called as non-invasive fluids. Got it? Now give me examples of non-invasive fluids in the body. You have almost 10 to 20 options. Give me any 10 non-invasive fluid. Very good, Abhishek. Saliva, very good. Blood. Who said blood? So you think that you will give blood just like your nails or hair? You can't blood. You will feel pain. Actually, chewing bubblegum in the classroom itself is a Eskimo-ish. Yeah. I scolded her, she didn't. Yeah. She said, blood as a lot. Such a Eskimo thought she has. Listen. Yes. Very good. Everyone appreciates her. Even though you are smiling, she was wonderful. Present. Tears. Very good. Yeah. Nasal discharge. Everyone appreciates her with stick also. Very good. Stick. Stick, right? Yeah. Yeah. What is your answer, by the way? Nasal discharge. Nasal discharge. Next one. What are the other non-invasive? Yes, Ria. Mucus. I will consider it for your. Okay, mucus. Fine. Next. Wax, mucus, wax, ear wax. If you consider it as a fluid, then ear wax. Okay. Semi-solid wax, fluid. Solidified fluid or water. Do you know any other class after this now?
Yes, sir.
Theory class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, I like morning classes because afternoon you will be more tired in that session. What is that subject, by the way?
Histopathology.
Oh, important subject. Yes. Okay. I don't know faculties. Anyway, next one. Other fluids, other non-invasive fluids. CSF. We got a friend for Eskimo. So CSF is a non-invasive. So simply like a Lord Shiva, you will go water out of your cranium. That's not possible. Actually, to moon. That's not possible. Yeah, yes, please come. You actually have a new friend for you. Actually.
No.
Lord Shiva. Yeah, she is that girl part of Shiva. Yeah. Yes. Any other non-invasive fluids? There are one golden fluid I used to say. Can you guess what is the golden fluid? It's like a gold for a medical effect. Urine. Very good. Okay, it's golden by the way. Yeah, very good. Urine. Urine is one of the non-invasive fluids. Spoon. Very good. Excellent. Now everyone is on right now. Very good. Sputum. Very good. Next. Potty. Now. In case of diarrhea, very tough to accept it. discharge can be considered more over a case of smears. Yeah, we can take it as a vaginal discharge can be taken as a fluid in the section of non-invasive. Okay, vaginal discharge can be taken here. Any other? Abscess, wound abscess. You had a wound and you got a pus. Pus, okay, pus. You already the patient was harmed, okay? We are just taking the fluid. So don't consider that as an invasive because it's already ruptured. Let it be. Okay, pus. Next one.
Sir, after burn, sir. After burn,
After burns. You know, you have forgotten some basic things like sweat. Sweat is also another freely available sample. Sweat. Next one. Any other samples you guess? Yeah. Do you know what is the difference between saliva, sputum, phlegm, and bronchial washing and nasal discharge? All looks the same. I said again. The sputum is different from saliva. Can you define what is a sputum? Yeah. Yeah. Sputum is a mixture of yes. Everyone stay quiet. See her face by saying yes, anyway.
Sputum is mixture of saliva and mucus.
Very good. Sputum is a mixture of saliva and not mucus, bronchial bronchial expectorate. Okay. What is a phlegm? Phlegm, you know, sometimes when you are coughing, you will get a jelly-like thing. Okay. Sometimes you will engulf it. That is phlegm. That is a phlegm. Yeah. That is called as phlegm. Got it? That is called as phlegm. That is the pure sample to get from the internal bronchial wash. Okay, the actual, lung status.